everyone, and welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. Well, got a question for you again today. Imagine you had to choose, out of all the incredible Swiss Army knives out there, the ones that you rely on daily. Incredibly hard thing to do. There's so many different ones that I really enjoy, but in this you can only keep 3, and I want to know what your 3 are in the comments below. It's taken me hours to whittle it down to 3 possibles. Honestly, I'm still not 100% on these 3, but I think these are the ones I find closest to perfect for me. Now, this isn't just about my top picks, it's about the hard choices and surprising reasons behind them that might just change the way you look at your own EDC. And I thought I'm going to go through my 3 Swiss Army knives that I find best for EDC rather than my favourites, because there's multiple ones that I really like, but do they really suit my EDC? Not really. But yeah, got 3 here for you. I want to know what your 3 are in the comments below, so let me know. First up, we're going to go for the 91mm, and this might not be a surprise to any of you. This is the Compact. I love this model of Victoriaox Swiss Army knife. It's been my favourite and most carried, probably out of the entirety of any knife in my collection. Now, I did EDC a climber when I was really only carried 1 knife, and that was it for about 12 years when I was bought my first one. But since I sort of really started getting into the knives again, this is one that I carried a whole lot. Now, it's been through several different scale configurations, and by that I mean I've customized them with different scales. This one has these this pretty cool bear on the bottom here. No idea where they came from. They came on another knife and just love the look of the bear, but this is the white plus scales on here. And I put some little black toothpick and tweezers on there just to give a bit of a contrast from the white covers. For any of you who don't know, 91mm Compact has the main blade, which is about 2.6 inches. Wonderful spear point blade on this. You also get the scissors. One of the things I really love on a Swiss Army knife, but is it something that I depend on anymore? Not really, which is why a lot of the ones with the scissors on don't actually get that much carry time, to be honest. But one point in my sort of EDC career or collecting career, I really had to have a pair of scissors on a Swiss Army knife, and that's not the case anymore. And then you also get the combo tool on there as well. One of the best tools that Victoriaox came up with. This is capable of doing can opening, tin opener, cap lifter, flathead screwdriver, small little number 2 Phillips, wire stripping. You can even have it on a half stop to get more torque on what you're doing. It's a fantastic little tool. And on the back you get the corkscrew with the eyeglasses screwdriver, nice little tiny flathead, and then you get the pin in the little slot. And the thing that really draws me to make me want to EDC the knife, well, the Swiss Army knife, is when they have a file on them. A nail file, that is, because I'm forever damaging my nails. This one has it on the back of the parcel hook. Not the best, it's quite a small file, but it's perfect for just doing your nails. You know, you can get plenty of room in there to get them done. So that's the first one we've got, the Compact. I love this one. 91mm, about 3.6 inches close, I think, thereabouts. I've had this in wood, black Celador, red Celador, blue Celador, transparent, whatever. It's been carried a whole lot. It's fantastic. It is one of the more expensive 2-layer ones. They're about £45, but a fantastic choice. So that's my first one that I had to pick. Next up is one of the next 2 were quite surprising for me when I was picking the next ones. This is a Cadet. Now, when I first started getting into Swiss Army knives, apologies, I wasn't that sold on the Cadet. I don't know what it was about it. I just didn't sort of get on with it much. I think it's because it was so slender, and again, it didn't have scissors. This one now is perfect for me. I love the Cadet. This one is actually currently in my car. It's what I'm using for my sort of emergency backup knife in the car. This one was actually bought for me by John over at Thrifty Kniffy, and I love it. The green, and he bought me a blue one, and I think I got a red Bantam too, and this is a DLT exclusive. So DLT Trading, that's a company in the States. I have a lot of exclusives from Victoriaox. Of course, this is the A-Lox, but you get the main blade on here, and this is an 84mm, so you can see the difference in size between these two, between the 84 and 91. This has about a 2.5-inch blade. Nice spear design. And then on the front you get the original opening layer. So by that I mean you get the combo tool in its original form, which is across 2 tools. You get the tin opener with the small flathead screwdriver, and then you also get the cap lifter with the wire stripper or bender, the large flathead screwdriver, and that's on the half stop as well. And then again, as I said before about the file, this one, being the Cadet, has the file. A slightly larger file on this one, a bit wider. This is the sort of the, I don't know what, the lined metal, but it works perfectly well. It's not the diamond dust or whatever they use on this, but this one works perfectly well for your nails. Absolutely fantastic tool. And this one, of course, has the nail cleaner on the end, as it's a nice little point. Perfect for sort of getting under your nails, getting any sort of junk out, anything like that. But that's number 2, the Cadet. That was a surprise for me. I was going to be thinking I'd be picking maybe a larger Alox or more of these 91 mils, but it's fantastic. And honestly, I'm even more surprised by this next one. I thought I'd go for maybe a Rambler or the Rogue or maybe even the Mini Champ, but a 58mm didn't even make this list for me. Surprising, I know. A lot of you might like the 58mm, but for me, I've recently become a massive fan of the 74mm line. Now this is the Ambassador. This was a standard with the red Celador scales, but I have upgraded and put some customized Wenge scales on there. So it really sort of elevates the knife to that sort of custom level. But you can find them on the secondary market still. Unfortunately, they are discontinued. This is a 2-layer 74mm. And the thing I love about these the most, you have the orange peeler, which I have actually sharpened the serration, so it's much more of a package opener now, and as well as that little sharpened area down here, giving that a bit of an edge, so it's great to get under the clamshell packaging, pull towards you, opens it perfect. And then we have the small flathead screwdriver on the end of there. And we also get the main blade. Again, this is slightly smaller than the 84. This is probably about a 2-inch blade, I would say, but more than capable of doing any sort of EDC task. And you also get the little pen blade on here as well. And then before we go to the other 2 tools, I've put black tools again on this. Just something about the black tools I prefer a bit better to the, the sort of the grey and the cream coloured tools. I don't understand why they're both different colours. There's probably a good reason for it, but I like them to match, so that's kind of what I went with that. And then on the back we have the scissors. So slightly larger than the ST scissors, but smaller than the 91, but perfectly capable for anything you might need. But this is not actually the reason I love this knife, well, this Swiss Army knife. The reason I picked this one solely is for this. This is a sort of the manicure tool, or whatever you want to call it. Nail cleaner, the old style nail file with the crosshatch. It's fantastic. This gets so much use, not even just for sort of doing anything on your nails, but it works great for sanding off sharp bits of knives. Maybe the tang on the back of a traditional knife, or a bit on a modern knife, a little bit sharp for your liking, you can use this because it works like a nice little metal file. It's obviously not the most durable. It will wear off quite quickly, seeing as it's, you know, only a basic stainless steel, but it's fantastic. But those are my 3 go-to Swiss Army knives for EDC. Surprised myself with this list. I was expecting some quite different ones, apart from the compact, that one being an obvious choice for me. But yeah, I'd love you to let me know what your favourite, well, not even favourite, which ones are the best EDC sacks for you. There's so many to choose from. Doesn't matter if they're discontinued. I want to know what your favourites are and the ones you carry the most. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.